Good Friday evening, South Carolina weather watchers. Hopefully, everyone had a fantastic Friday. I'm your host for South Carolina Weather, Jesse Peterson, and let's talk about the weather for your going for your Friday evening, going to your future. Here is the radar right here. You can already see that we do have rain already kicking off already in the portions of South Carolina. Obviously, this goes all the way into portions of Dillon, Florence, through Columbia, Orangeburg, Manning, and then rain also over here in the west, pushing east. Also, some showers, some light showers going through the low country of South Carolina right now. And the upstate's mainly dry, maybe have some showers up there near Seneca, Clemson, South Carolina as well. But those are really the only regions that I'm really watching for some rain right now. Here's the MRMS right now. Here's the winter weather precipitation. We do have some rain that goes all the way down into portions of Tennessee, Kentucky, Ohio, as well as New York. As well, New York does have some severe thunderstorm warnings up there in New York, and some storms over here in Kentucky. We also do have some severe weather going on. Just an isolated storm down there near Arizona, as well as up here near Oregon, Nevada, California, and obviously with our little tropical rainstorm down here, we do have some rain and the potential for some flooding in some areas as we move later into tonight. But because that's usually, I think that's modeled at least this morning, that's when most of the precipitation was going to arrive. We're about to wait and see in just a second before we check out the models. But here's cloud cover. Cloud cover. The entire state of South Carolina is covered by cloud cover right now, and it seems to be mainly on the moderate end, most likely, moderate to high. And here's our cloud cover total percentage for the future. Um, as you push this forward, you see cloud cover will continue even as we get into tomorrow morning. Cloud cover will still continue, and will finally be kind of close to being out of our hair, but not really. Even as we get to around like Saturday, like afternoon, around 18 hours from now. So still definitely some cloud cover activity still going on. And even as you go into current temperature, 70 in Columbia, 73 in Charleston, 71 in Beaufort, 71 in Savannah, 73 in Georgetown, 77 in Myrtle Beach, 71 in Sumter and Florence, 70 in Rock Hill, 71 inside Greenville and Spartanburg, 71 in Anderson, 70 inside of Augusta, as well as 71 inside of places like Walterboro, Fairfax, Barnwell. And you can actually see the low pressure spinning right off the coast of South Carolina. If you can see where my mark is, right there, just near Beaufort, you can see that that's where the low pressure is. You can see it spinning. That's the low pressure right there that we are watching for this for. Not really bringing a lot of winds. Definitely not bringing a lot of winds at all. Really just bringing a lot of rain with it. Here's our low temperatures for tonight. Low temperatures around 67 inside of Columbia, 72 in Charleston, 72 at Hilton Head Island, 70 in Myrtle Beach, 69 in Georgetown, 67 in Columbia and Camden, as well as Florence and Sumter, 65 in Aiken, 64 in Greenville, Spartanburg, Rock Hill, 65 in Anderson, 63 in Greenwood as well. Here's our forecast precipitation for the next 24 or so hours, around 100th of an inch to a tenth of an inch possible in Newberry, Winsboro, portions of Cheraw as well, maybe even a quarter of an inch to a half an inch possible in Aiken, Moncks Corner, Georgetown, Kingstree, tenth of an inch to a quarter of an inch possible inside of places like Florence, Dillon, and then maybe even a half an inch to an inch possible inside Barnwell and Charleston, and then an inch to a half an inch possible inside Hilton Head Island. And in terms of your SPC outlook, do have the threat for those thunderstorms potentially. As you can see, as we move into tonight, not really too much of a threat for tonight. But as you get into tomorrow, the entire state has a threat for some thunderstorms, except for if you're in the far upstate up there, near like Oconee County and places like that. Day 3, same thing. Just more better threat for some thunderstorms as we move through Saturday as well. And then as you move into your excessive rainfall outlook, nothing for day 1 except for just a little marginal risk that goes from Charleston, North Charleston, Mount Pleasant over towards Augusta, and a little slight risk down here for Hilton Head Island and Beaufort. Day 2, you can see that we do have a marginal risk of excessive rainfall. That goes for the entire low country of South Carolina, parts of the PD region of South Carolina. Nothing for day 3, nothing for day 4, and nothing for day 5 as well. Before we talk about the tropics, let's go on and let's talk about the models real quick first. And then we will go on and talk about that. Let's go to the 18Z real quick, as this was the last time, or this is the farthest that it will go. And here it is right here. Here's 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock right here. You can really see those shower and thunderstorm move into portions of South Carolina, and it will get more persistent. I mean, this is what it was forecast to look like at 7 o'clock, and this is 11 o'clock p.m., so definitely rain will become more widespread, and that will push even as you get to around 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. This is what 10 o'clock in the morning looks like right here. Still some showers moving through the region, and it finally starts to clear up by around 2, 3 o'clock p.m. tomorrow. So maybe some isolated scattered showers, even going on to around 10, 9, 10 o'clock p.m. And mainly inside the upstate, though, is really where you're seeing that. And then maybe even some more showers still going for the low country of South Carolina, going to around 2, 3 o'clock in the morning on Sunday. And as you get into the morning hours on Sunday, still some shower and some downpour activity still trying to go on, even as you get to around 2 o'clock p.m. on Sunday. So this rain is going to stick with us for a little bit while longer, even as we move into Sunday. But that's that. Let's go and let's talk about the tropics real quick. You can see that we have significantly less to talk about in terms of the tropics. Only have disturbance 1, disturbance 2, and disturbance 1 is looking a bit interesting, especially for the Texas and Louisiana coastline. Honestly, some models were saying that it was going to be a tropical storm, just a weak tropical storm go over into Mexico, southern Texas, but some has it as a Category 1 hurricane going up towards Louisiana and Texas, near the border there. So honestly, any situation is possible with this, but definitely a problem for anyone along the Texas, Louisiana, even Mexico coastline as well. Definitely would be watching this. But here is disturbance 1 right here, 50% chance of cyclone formation in the next 7 days. Tropical wave is producing disorganized showers and thunderstorms over Belize, Guatemala, and the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico. The wave is forecast to move over the Bay of Campeche on Saturday, where it will begin to interact with the frontal boundary. A tropical depression could form during the early or middle part of next week, while the system moves slowly northwestward over the southwestern Gulf of Mexico. So a 30 not a 35, a 30% chance of forming through the next 48 hours, but a 50% chance of forming through the next 7 days. So this is now a code orange. And then over here, disturbance 2, just says an elongated trough of low pressure over the eastern and central tropical Atlantic is producing broad shower and thunderstorm activity. A more concentrated area of low pressure may form within this region during the next couple of days. Any development of the system should be slow to occur, while the disturbance meanders through the early part of next week and then begins to move west-northwestward across the central tropical Atlantic during the middle to latter part of next week. So, I would say that the middle to later part of next week is when we're probably going to be trying to watch this a little bit more closely, but a 0% chance over the next 20 hours, the next 48 hours, and a 20% chance over the next 7 days. So that's pretty much all that is right there. And let's go on. Let's talk about the future real quick. So let me go on and pull that up real quick. So here is tropical tidbits right here now on your screen. Right here in a second. There we go. So here's tropical tidbits right here. Push this over here. And you can already see September the 6th. There goes that. The low pressure all the way over here. That was what we were watching for. And even as we go into like, I'd say like the 7th and the 8th, you will be able to see this more clearly as more shower and thunderstorm activity continues. And then as you go into around the 9th and the 10th, not really much. The 13th and the 14th, still watching for some more shower and thunderstorm activity. But then the 15th and then the 16th, this is the low pressure that I believe, well, no, not the one that we're watching, but the one that just formed actually, that's now just moved inland. causing some heavy rain over portions of the low country of South Carolina and the Midlands of South Carolina through September the 16th, and then some isolated shower activity. We get breaks here and there, but right now it just seems to be pretty much just to be seems to be a kind of like an isolated shower thunderstorm threat after this little system right here moved, but definitely going to be watching out for this on September the 16th. We'll see what happens there. But that's pretty much it in terms of that. Let's go and let's talk with the audience. If you want to be a part of the audience, you can by joining us at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Let's see what the audience has to say by this right here. Let's see what the audience has to say. Mr. Anthony says, good evening. Good evening to you. My cousin Tish said, hey, Joseph, hello. Cheryl says, hi, Joseph, hello. And then my cousin Cheryl says, good evening, weatherman. Hope your day was good. So proud of you. Keep up the good work. You are amazing. Love you much. Thank you so much for your message. Good evening, Joseph. I hope all is well. All is well. And then, good evening, nephew. I'm proud of you. You're doing a great job. Thank you so much for all of your nice comments. And we don't have any more questions, any more comments, any more concerns, anything like that. Then I think we're going to go on and talk about San Antonio and Raleigh. But before we talk about that, we have 7 people in here and only 5 likes. Let's get that like button up free. Don't have to, it doesn't charge you or anything. You just got to make an account, hit the like button. It is free. And actually, I should say that if you're typing right now as well inside the chat, that's another thing, because that means you have an account. So you can hit the like button, though. So hit it, because 7 people watching and only 5 likes. Let's get that up. Here's the low temperature, not low temperatures, wow, composite reflectivity for San Antonio. Not really much, even as we get into like tomorrow as well. Tomorrow, nothing for tomorrow, and nothing for Sunday as well. Let's wait for the temperatures to load up here. Again, like I said, let's check it out now. Okay, 7 people. Okay, 6 people that hit the like button, so we need one more. That one last person too. Unless if you don't have an account, which I recommend that you make one. Also, hit the subscribe button as well. We're trying to get to 250 by September 26th. It's the 20-day mark. It is the 20-day mark. We only have 20 more days until we are supposed to hit our goal. So let's go on and hit it. And so we can get to 250 by September 26th. So as we push this forward, low temperatures tonight seems to be around 70 inside San Antonio. High temperatures tomorrow at around 89. Low temperatures tomorrow night at around 64. Actually, it's going to be actually kind of really cool tomorrow evening. So definitely I would say that you definitely do have some nice temperatures going to. Even your Sunday morning is when it's going to really occur. Like 9 o'clock in the morning on Sunday, it's going to be around 65 degrees. Definitely a difference there, especially for Texas. And then high temperatures still going around like the 80s though. Moving over here to not San Antonio, but Raleigh, North Carolina up here. Let's go all the way up here. As we go into low temperatures for tonight, around 67. High temperatures tomorrow, around 82-ish. Low temperatures tomorrow night, trying to get to around 57. And then high temperatures going to around 72-ish going into Raleigh on your Sunday, during your Sunday. And in terms of rain as well, let's go on and talk about that. In terms of rain, still some scattered rain possible, like early in the morning, like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, and then maybe some downpours possibly going to around like 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, going into your, not the morning, but the evening, tomorrow evening. Pretty much a line of downpours could pass by you going to around 7 o'clock or so, and that's pretty much all that is in terms of precipitation. Let's talk about severe weather for both of y'all next. Here is both day 1 here. Here's day 1. Day 1, nothing for both regions. Nothing for tomorrow, nothing for Sunday, nothing for Monday, and nothing for Tuesday either. as well. So nothing to watch for in terms of excessive rainfall. Usually, like I say, if there's no threat for excessive rainfall, there's usually not a threat for any type of severe weather. Let's see if that's the case today, and it seems to be the case. No threat for any type of severe weather or anything. So that's about all that I have in terms for tonight. We're at 212 still. Again, hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get 250 by September 26th, and we're still at 212. So let's hit that subscribe button if you have not already. I don't see anything else inside of the chat. Still, not everybody has hit the like button either, but we're going to go on and log off for tonight. So hopefully everyone has a fantastic rest of their Friday night. And I will be back tomorrow morning with another forecast update.
Hey!